Okay. So it is official. Our background music theme glitched. I don't know what the hell happened, but we are here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was like,
What? No. Run that back. Run that shit back. God damn it. What the fuck you think this is? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is your boy James, aka Hollywood J Black, live in the building once again. And you know what time it is, especially when my main man, Big Sin, is on the other side. You know how we like to do it. You know what we're here. You smell it? Do you smell it? I smell it. I smell it. I smell a little bit of something. You smell it? Do you smell it, sir? Do you smell
it
it?
smells like bitch in here. Is it Cowboy fans on?
No. Well, it just might be. It just might be, especially after what happened this weekend. But no, it's not exactly that.
Yeah, did you know Kyler Murray is now 43-0 against Texas high school football teams?
Oh, because that's exactly what the Cowboys defense fielded out there. No, damn it. No. You know what time it is. It's time for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to that damn NFL show. It is the Week 6 Fallout, plus we'll be skipping tomorrow night's game. My name is Big Sin. That man on the other side of me, right there, Hollywood J Black. We are Sinful Black Entertainment, and we would like to welcome you to our humble abode.
Yes. There we go. There's that energy. There's that excitement. There's that ruthless aggression.
So your boy been gone for about a week.
Yes. Apparently he's made it to Mars. He's discovered gold in New Jersey. He found 7 strippers in Canada, brought them all home. Impregnated him. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh, my bad. Oh.
Fuck it.
Hey, he's been around the world and and we've been player hated. Okay, this is how it goes. But it's okay. We're back, full effect. Let's just get right to it. I'm excited to get
I'm gonna hit him with that overweight wig real quick. All right.
So week 6 was a doozy.
Week 6 was a fucking cluster, a clusterfuck, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's exactly what it is. We're just gonna get right up into it. I'm pretty sure you probably discussed it already, but I gotta or not. I'm confused. There wasn't a Thursday night game this week. My bad. I forgot that it was played on Tuesday. It was played on Monday. So, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and start off with the most competitive game of the weekend. The Tennessee Titans rode Derrick Henry for over 200 yards against the Texans, and the Titans won 42-36 in overtime. So Derrick Henry became the first running back in NFL history to have a 200-yard rushing game in 3 consecutive seasons.
Oh, and the crazy part about that is Connor's performance from, remember, he only had played the Tuesday prior to this game too.
Oh, so, yeah. You're talking about when he made Josh Norman into a meme. Yes.
So he had I think he had almost 200 yards in offense in that game as well.
He had 189 rushing yards in that game.
Yeah, but he also had some passing, some receiving yards too. So it's total yardage. So it was the first time somebody went back to back for 200 yards in a short amount of time in less than 7 days apart.
Someone special that you know. Thank you. Thanks for checking us out over here. If I'm someone special that you know, who are you?
Yeah. Hey, but we know him. He's someone special that we know. That's all that matters.
The Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans.
Oh shit, my phone almost fell. My bad.
Ryan Tannehill is doing Ryan Tannehill things. Mike Vrabel continues to show that he is a better coach as a player under Bill Belichick than people who coach under Bill Belichick.
4 words, you ain't never lied. Listen, Mike Vrabel, the time that he spent learning from Bill Belichick and then going to learn from Bill O'Brien the things not to do as a head coach.
Like the best wide receiver for a can of Pringles and some butterscotch whippets.
Exactly. He learned that. He was like, what the hell Bill O'Brien doing over here? Guys, he's like 1 year and like, I'm good. I don't need to be here. This is a wrap.
Oh, and Tennessee, you looking for a coach? You looking for a coach? I got you.
Exactly. And then so with that said, Mike Vrabel has turned the Tennessee Titans into basically the Tennessee COVID juggernauts. And because they're just running over, under, around, and through everyone. This has got to be the most exciting Tennessee Titans season since McNair was there in the Super Bowl year.
Talking about McNair and Eddie George and Kenny Dyson.
Yeah, and we also know that the coach isn't destined to go 8-8, which is always a nice touch, in the season. It's wonderful.
Romeo Crennel has actually gotten the Texans to play because they don't hate him.
Back to what I said before, you ain't never lied. As a defensive coach, that's the most points they put up in the last six? Well, not 6 seasons. The last season and a half. They haven't put up 42 plus in a season and a half. Over 36. But they also haven't given up that many points. And for Romeo Crennel to be a defensive coach and give up 42 points.
But you got to realize that this defense is torn apart, dude.
So I get that, and I understand that. The Texans are torn apart. Forget y'all talking about the defense. The Texans. The Texans is a team organization.
Why I got a godlight coming out of my armpit? Watch this. Oh.
What the Texans organization is wrecked as a staff, a record label, and as a motherfucking crew.
The Houston Texans are basically death row records right now.
After Suge Knight got arrested.
Post Tupac. Sorry.
Post Tupac. Oh my God, dude! Listen. If there was any team that I thought that team was going to be the Atlanta Falcons. No, it's the Houston Texans. That's just horrible. But they're not horrible in the sense that they're a really bad team. They just have no identity. And now I don't even think that the Texans aren't even going to make it to 7-9. What, they're 1-5, right?
They are 1-5.
Yeah, I don't even think they're going to make it.
They're 2-4.
2-4. I don't even think they're going to make it to 7-9.
Yeah, remember they beat Jacksonville the week before.
Yeah, everybody beats Jacksonville apparently, even when Jacksonville's doing their best.
Yeah. All right, so next up we have what was a close game, surprising to many. The Baltimore Ravens offense kind of struggled against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, which is odd. They had a game plan, but back to what the big problem is: Carson effing Wentz. Dude, listen, I feel like they should sign Nick Foles so Carson Wentz does a good job. I think that's kind of – it seems like Carson Wentz is only successful when Nick Foles is behind him putting the fear of God in him. Who's the backup in is it Jalen Hurts? Is there somebody? Is that the backup in Philly?
Yeah.
Like, listen, Carson Wentz isn't it. I'm trying to justify Carson Wentz being there, leading this team, leading the Philadelphia Eagles. He didn't even lead the team the proper way to that win against the 49ers. Like, they've literally been lucky and flying off the seat of their pants to victories. And
well,
victories
that and Nick Mullins basically handed them the ball.
Well, exactly. Can you justify right now, especially where the Eagles are at? No, let me rephrase that. Especially where the NFC East is at as a whole. The Cowboys are in charge with a 2-4 record. Can you really justify having Carson Wentz in there right now?
And now they're missing Zach Ertz for about 3 weeks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this team's gonna have some problems. I don't like Carson Wentz. You already know that.
Yeah.
The dude is a fraud, a fake, a phony, a stan.
Yeah.
The only reason he has the Super Bowl ring is because of the aforementioned teamless, Chicago Bears quarterback Nick Foles.
Yeah, I want to say that he's overhyped, but even I think that's being nice.
No, they took a chance. They got rid of a 29-year-old quarterback for a 27-year-old quarterback, but the 29-year-old quarterback is actually winning football games.
Yeah. The crazy part about that is that could you imagine if the Chiefs had never gotten Alex Smith handed to them the way that they did, right? Because Nick Foles was in Kansas City, and Nick Foles, in service of Alex Smith, actually performed really well.
Yeah, but then he wanted to retire because he wasn't playing in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but he wasn't starting. He wasn't getting an opportunity to start. Because if we're comparing apples to apples at that time, Alex Smith was a better quarterback than Nick Foles at that time. Because the reason why I say that is because Alex Smith is the type of person that he doesn't take risk. He doesn't try to force shit, and he'll make a play with his legs if he has to because he has the ability to. Not so much anymore, but as it stands in that position, in that point right now, Alex Smith was the better quarterback than Nick Foles. The only reason why they got lucky is because, Nick Foles got lucky. He landed back in Philly. Doug Peterson believed in him. More importantly, Frank Reich believed in him and led him to that, and gave him the confidence back and led him to that Super Bowl, which is also surprising why Nick Foles then ended up with Frank Reich in Indianapolis. I thought that should have been a thing too, had they known, of course, that Andrew Luck wasn't not going to retire, but that's another story for another day, blah, 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 blah. But the point of what I'm trying to say is this. You're exactly right. Not Nick Foles. Well, Carson Wentz, they gave him a shot that they probably didn't need to because, hell, they had Nick Foles. And he made the most of it with a really good defense and a really good running back in the name of they didn't have Shady McCoy back then. Who did they have as a running back?
Remember, it was they had Darren Foles, they had that running back by committee.
Yeah. So we had that.
That's how forgettable that team is. You don't remember who their running backs were. You remember that defense because that defense played balls to the wall. Zach Ertz did his thing.
Yeah.
And they were just a solid team. They were a blue-collar team.
That number 36 dude, that's not even on the team anymore. That dude, remember that from the Super Bowl? That shit.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, whoever the fuck he is. I don't even know the hell his name.
Sir, you're very forgettable.
Yeah. We just know your number. We just know that you stole Brian Westbrook's number. That's all we know. Okay, that's it.
That's why I almost said that. I'm like, hold on. Brian Westbrook been retired for years.
Yeah. As I said, he stole Brian Westbrook. That's the only thing I remember. Nope. Deuce retired a long time ago. But the whole point is that they had him. They don't have him anymore. He's on another team, I guess. And it's just like, what the hell's going on? So They gave him weapons. They gave him Alshon Jeffrey. They gave him a young Alshon Jeffrey, and he didn't perform the way that he was supposed to. They gave him Nelson Aguilar, and he didn't perform the way that he was supposed to.
Baby.
Meanwhile, Nelson Aguilar is catching the shit out of shit in Oakland or Vegas or whatever you want to call themselves now. So whose fault is it really? We have to blame it on the quarterback, and the quarterback is made of glass. And except apparently the first game of the season where they tried to drill the man into the pavement, and he did not want to die.
No, you'll get hurt by the playoffs because they're not even going to be there. But still, you'll get hurt right around there.
I don't know. The winner of the division might go 4-12. Who fucking knows at this point?
All right. So next up, another team that fired their head coach, and me and James are both like, thank Christ, you finally fired this fucker, because the Legion of Boom was about the talent, not the coaching. The Atlanta Falcons defeated the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings are just asshole trash this year.
You know, then we picked the Vikings. Didn't I pick the Vikings?
We both picked the Vikings because the Atlanta Falcons were asshole trash this year.
Dude, the Vikings
and did you see the video of Julio Jones pretending like his leg was injured?
Yes. He pulled the damn Dante Culpepper, nigga. What the fuck? Oh, my God. So, we all know that the Falcons had all this talent. It just needed to be utilized the right way. We talked about this. Remember the whole reason why I came up with the comeback video that came out with against the Bears? The literally reason was that they have all this talent. There's no way they can blow another lead. Because if you're going to be the best non-win team in the NFL, that's literally a title that you don't want to have. And up until last week, they were the best non-win team in the NFL. You can't have Julio Jones. You can't have Calvin Ridley. You can't have Todd Gurley and another running back. You can't have Matt Ryan, who at the time was leading the NFL in touchdown passes. You can't have all this talent and defensively be okay. You're all right, but you're shutting down. How are you going to shut down teams for 3 quarters and then give up the ghost in the 4th quarter? Obviously, you're doing something right in 3 quarters to where you're shutting the team down. So if the team played for 4 quarters, the thing is, the Falcons are the best 3-quarter team in the NFL. The stats prove it.
You know what the funniest thing that came out of this game was?
What?
Well, it actually came out of the Cowboys game, but the Falcons' Twitter, where on a rant about it, is that somebody sent them the Arizona Cardinals being up on the Cowboys 28-3, and the Falcons' Twitter was like, "Will you stop reminding us of this?"
So I think it's hilarious that you mentioned that, because when the Falcons were up 17-0, all the sports sites were just like, upset watch. They had the googly eyes. They're like, Falcons up 17-0. Are they going to blow another one? I'm like, oh, my God. Y'all so wrong for this.
No, Dan Quinn is gone. I'm thinking that they will hire a better coach, hopefully, for them. But it's the Falcons. I mean, but what is going on with the fucking Vikings, man? They are stacked with talent, and their defense can't stop nobody.
So they've taken over as the best worst team in the NFL, but it really comes down to one person and one person only: Kirk fucking Cousins.
Ain't you disappointed your 49ers didn't get him?
I'm disappointed that we didn't run away from him faster. What are you talking about? Remember that was a thing? Oh, I could use Kirk Cousins as my quarterback. No. Hell to the no. The crazy part is that explain to me, how come this man wanted Kirk Cousins so bad, but yet designed a whole entire successful offense around RG3? You literally made an offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like there was no offense for RG3. You made an offense. It was successful. But now RG3 hurt. Let me get a regular quarterback, and now you got your ass fired.
The Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook ain't running like he used to because he got paid finally.
Everybody's living like fat cats high off the hog.
The defense ain't doing shit. The defense was like ranked 3rd in the NFL last year. Nothing changed on their defense, and now they ain't shit.
Dude,
the main player they lost was Stephon Diggs.
But there's still no excuse because they drafted a good wide receiver, drafted some players. You know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins is the problem. I don't care what anybody tells you. So give me another quarterback. Throw another quarterback in there. Who is the backup for the Vikings?
I don't know. They got to be horrible if they haven't been put in the game yet. So
Kirk Cousins is a problem. And at this point, go trade for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He'd probably lead that team to the damn playoffs.
I feel so bad for Ryan Fitzpatrick right now.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to talk about that. We can talk about that today or we can talk about that on Saturday. It's up to you.
We'll talk about it on Saturday.
Yeah, that man got did dirty.
The Vikings backup quarterback is Trevor Siemian.
Oh, God. Really? All right, hold on. All right. Timeout, flag on the play. All right. Listen, at this point, you might as well have signed Brock Osweiler because at least you know what the fuck you're getting. I mean, Trevor Siemian is it's like, so zombie Skittles? Have you ever had zombie Skittles?
No.
Okay, so zombie Skittles are a pack of a pack of specialty fruit Skittles. And there's one Skittle in that bag, just one, that tastes like horrible bullshit. It's like the bad Jelly Belly ones, like the Monster Jelly Belly game. This weird shit.
Yeah, with vomit and snot and all that shit. Yeah.
Yep. So that's what Trevor Siemian is in a free agency pool. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. You had your choices.
But now you know why Kirk Cousins is continuing to start football games for the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, my God. They need to fire the GM because this is bullshit. Oh, my fucking God.
All right, moving on. The Pittsburgh Steelers made the Cleveland Browns look like shit again.
If you've seen my show on Saturday, I said specifically Sunday before the games, I said specifically that I do not believe in the Cleveland Browns. I do not believe in the Cleveland Browns at all. I don't believe. If this was the game of Among Us, the Browns are sus. Okay, Browns are sus. They got to vote them off the island, and that's exactly what the Steelers did. We voted them off the island. The Steelers are the most complete team in the NFL. I keep trying to tell people this. Like right now, if you tell me that who's your number one pick for a Super Bowl, who's going to win it all? I'd have to say the Steelers. Roethlisberger's passing the ball very well. Connor's running the ball very well. He has two really, really good receivers, underrated, very underrated receivers. They have a really good tight end. We don't have a steel curtain. We got like maybe a mostly metal curtain. I mean, they give them some points. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they give them some points. It's not the full steel curtain, but it's an alloy. We'll call it an alloy curtain. How does that sound? That better? It's not full steel. It's an alloy. But the Steelers, I look at them and I don't see any glaring weaknesses. Like I don't. Not right now. There may be down the road where they get exposed by,
I have something for you to think about, and we'll talk about the game on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
The game in Week 7 for the Pittsburgh Steelers is the Tennessee Titans.
Well, we're going to find out if that's a weakness or not. See, the Titans, I like the Titans, but can Ryan Tannehill sustain this level of performance that he's doing? And
he's done it since he's got there and became the starting quarterback last year.
Yeah, but he hasn't had any competition like he's going to have soon.
He beat the Ravens and the Patriots in the playoffs last year. Almost beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, but he beat a vulnerable Patriots team, which had this cloud, the specter of Tom Brady hanging over them. And then they almost beat the Chiefs, but they didn't get the job done. The same thing that happened earlier last week. They tried to beat the Chiefs 2 weeks ago. They tried to beat the Chiefs and didn't get the job done.
Who did? Yes. The Titans are undefeated, bro.
Then who did they play?
The Ravens lost to the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry.
No, this is the battle of two undefeateds next week.
If they stay undefeated, of course. As you know, things might change, but
how?
My bad. I'm sorry.
It is this week coming up. Two undefeated.
You said week 7.
Each other.
Is it this Sunday?
Yes.
I thought you said next week. I thought you said next
Sunday.
Week. I forgot. You know what? Yeah, it's been a long day without you, my friend. Oh, sorry, my bad.
God
my bad.
Damn it, man.
In reality, he said, let's see. Brian says, it ain't that fucking hard to make the Browns look like shit. Remember their name, the Browns, their color shit to begin with. Yeah, but they did fairly decent up until they ran into a whole Steeler team. In reality, I don't think the Steelers would 100% win. The other teams also have a good shot. I mean, they do, but the problem is that we have to, when you look at the rest of the schedule, and this is something that me and Big Sim talked about in our NFL preview shows that we did at the end of the summer, that when you look at the Steelers and you look at who they have to play, the only thing that was left is a resurgence, because Mike Tomlin took a shitty team and they went 8-7-1 or 8-8 or 9-7 somewhere along. Something like that. Like, they had Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges. You know, they didn't even have James Conner for most of the season. They had, and the receivers, I couldn't even tell you who the receivers were, not named Juju Smith-Schuster. I couldn't even tell you who their tight end was. And then somehow they almost made the playoffs. All they needed was some things to happen. So if they can do that with a bunch of scrubs, imagine what happens when Ben Roethlisberger comes into play. And that's what we're dealing with now. We're seeing a hell of a team, and as you alluded to, they're also playing a hell of a team this coming Sunday, which, you know, that to me, that's the game of the week. Point blank. Period. There is no other game that's worth watching outside that game. But we'll talk about that.
There's another game worth watching, but me and you will discuss that one on Saturday.
That's true. That's true.
You know what game that is, sir?
I believe so. Maybe. I believe so.
And guess what? We have more than 2 days of practice coming into this game. So
we talking about practice, man. We talking about practice. Not a game. Allen
Iverson must have been having a heart attack when Trent Green kept on talking about 2 days of practice when it came to the Patriots game this past week. AI had a stroke. You know? And yet, with with 2 days of practice, they almost actually pulled off the win. Yeah, where the Broncos had 2 weeks of practice, you know,
and barely won by 6. Yes, I know.
Anyway, we'll get to that game in a minute. Next up, we have another shitty team in the AFC North taking on a rejuvenated Phillip Rivers. The Bengals dropped the game to the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, it was a come from behind victory too, because the
Colts the whole game.
The Colts were getting stomped out, and then
Phillip Rivers called somebody a fatty and went into Phillip Rivers mode, and the Colts won.
That's seemingly how Phillip Rivers wins every game.
You're a fatty. Touchdown.
Team morale dropped 75%. You know how when you play, was it NCAA football, and then you do some stuff and it drops like the morale of the team, the team camaraderie.
NFL blitz cheat codes and shit. You're a fatty cheat codes. Drop the defense 75%.
Blitz the league, hit somebody with some steroid charges, you know. Yeah, Phillip Rivers is. Remember, we really questioned this Colts team, and I don't know. I think we're just about wrong on most of our projections when it comes to this Colts team.
Toby said he loves it when they come from behind. No, sir, this is the wrong show for that.
The only problem with that is that I can only see that happening like when they're upside down, flipped up, and it's just a complicated situation, and I don't want none of that.
But this Colts team has been surprising everybody.
Yeah. I mean, we knew they were going to beat the Bengals, but I didn't think they were just going to come back from behind. Like, I didn't think the Bengals were going to get that kind of leverage on them.
Well, crackhead Macaulay Culkin is playing very good as a rookie.
Yeah, no,
I feel bad for Joe Burrow because I know they're getting ready to trade like two of his best targets here before the trade deadline. So.
Well, when you say two of his best targets, if you look at their stats, they've literally just been decoys at this point. That's where the fun's going to begin. They're getting rid of his decoys. Now Joe Burrow actually has to be a quarterback. fuck, shit, cock whore. What?
But the Colts are surprising us, and I'm actually enjoying watching what Phillip Rivers is doing because once they actually get fans in that place, it'll be nice for Phillip Rivers to have somebody to actually cheer him on because we all know nobody went to Chargers games.
No, not at all. And the big problem with that whole scenario is that I still don't think if they make the playoffs, they win with Phillip Rivers.
We'll see what happens. All right, next up we have Matt Patricia saving his job for another week as the D bombed out the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, yeah, because if you would have lost to the Jags, that seat would have not only got hot, it would have got nuclear. Boy.
Matt Patricia would have got hired as the defensive coordinator for the Patriots the next day.
The next fucking day. You ain't never lied.
All right, Matt, time to go back. It's over for you. Come on, buddy.
Come on home.
Come on, buddy. Home. You know you want to be here.
Matt Stafford has not been playing well. He played okay in this game.
Adrian Peterson's been playing well.
That's literally it. I mean, look, for the first time since Barry Sanders, the Lions actually have a running back. The problem is that their running back is like 37 years old, but they have a running back.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
They don't want to pay anybody. They're not begging. They just don't want to pay nobody.
Because Patricia is trying to run this team like the Patriots, but he's got to realize that they're not the Patriots.
Does he remember that the running game got established because of Corey Dillon? Has that eluded him? And Corey Dillon in his prime?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever. It's just like whatever. Fuck it. It is what it is. I just
Matt Stafford on any other team would have had a ring by now. Because Matt Stafford, for what, 8 straight years, put up over 5,000 yards passing and 30 touchdowns?
And then Matt Patricia gets his hands on him and just destroys him, ruins him for life.
That's exactly what happened.
I said it.
About this game, the Jaguars are just in a downward spiral.
That's because Gardner Minshew is their all-star. And when I say all-star, it would literally be me like saying Vernon Maxwell was the all-star of those 94 and 95 Houston Rockets teams.
Anyway, next up we have the Carolina Panthers had some life a couple weeks ago, but now they're flatlining again. The Chicago Bears defeat the Carolina Panthers 23-16.
Hey, at least Mike Davis did something. That's all I care about. He was on my fantasy league. I don't give a fuck about shit.
Nick Foles continues to win, making it probably more likely than not that Mitchell Trubisky is playing somewhere else next year. Probably the unemployment line.
Playing in the unemployment line?
Yes.
Or the Rocks XFL.
Look, somebody made a hotchkiss board. That's what Trubisky's going to be doing next year.
He said the Bears. Yes, the Bears.
And Toby is a Bears fan too.
So the interesting. All right. So here's the thing about the Bears. Okay. I know you guys are you Bears fans, and you're gonna get upset about this one. The Bears aren't making the playoffs. Just be happy they'll probably end up with a winning record, 9-7.
There's 3 wild card spots, so they might.
As long as the Cowboys are allowed to win their division with a 2-14 record,
earlier you said 4-12. Now you're saying 2-14.
That's all we got right now. I mean, they just might. You never know. The Giants are in second place now, thanks to that little win that they got. Just remember that. Just remember, the Giants are probably second place, or probably third place. No, the Eagles have 2 wins.
No, they're in third. No, they're in third because the Eagles have 2 wins.
And a tie. I'm sorry, 2, 3, and 1, because they did not lose to the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, the only man.
Speaking of the NFC East, the New York Giants beat the football team 20-19.
The only highlight to this Giants team has been this defense. And listen, if the Giants even had any resemblance of an offense, they'd be the best team in the NFL. Okay, the Giants have not. They put a whooping on, not a whooping, but they played the Steelers very well. And in every loss that they've had, they played the other team defensively very well. But it's true though. You know I'm not. Listen, Linda, listen. What football team? The football team. Yeah, they're not a good football team. They're not a bad football team.
Yes, they are. No, they are a bad football team. And they're not Roman Reigns bad. They're just shitty. Okay?
Listen. I did Alex Smith play? Is that who was the quarterback?
No, it was Kyle Allen again.
I thought Kyle Allen died last week.
He did, but he came back for this game. Let me double check. Hold on, let me double check. I might be bullshitting.
Yeah, so my understanding is that
I hit the stats button. It said stats data is not available.
Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on. Let me look now. Now I'm gonna have to look because if Kyle Allen played, I'm gonna tell you right now. Giants versus Washington. Give me the stats, goddammit. Give me the fucking stats. Yeah, they just said stats. Yeah, they really just said stats. Stats not available. What? Who? It was Kyle Allen, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Kyle Allen.
So wait a minute. So here's my problem. So your choices were a concussed Kyle Allen, broken Dwayne Haskins.
No, Dwayne Haskins got sent home. He was not even at the game. Remember, they sent him home.
Yeah. And then you have one-legged Alex Smith.
Who supported full body, a one-legged Alex Smith who supported the full body weight of Aaron Donald the week before.
You know what? I'm here to fire Ron Rivera right now.
Dude, he's getting cancer treatments in between quarters.
Dude, listen, I don't get. So I like to remind everybody that Kyle Allen is the guy that won 5 straight and then proceeded to lose 11.
For Ron Rivera in Carolina.
He cost Ron Rivera his job. I just want to remind everybody that. And Ron Rivera said he's going to bring him to my team like he's Willie Beeman or some shit.
They call him Willie Beeman.
He neither has the talent nor the entertainment value of Willie Beeman, okay? Like, he's neither nor.
Also, speaking of, I got 2 copyright claims for the Daughtry song. One for the main video we did, but one for the little snippet of the Daughtry song you played on your phone. I was like, really, motherfucker? It said for 4 seconds of the song being played. And they tried to block it for those 4 seconds.
This DMCA bullshit is pissing me the fuck off. My fucking God.
Yeah, we're talking about our reaction videos because this game was not interesting.
No, not at all. I mean, Kyle Allen, that's all you need to know. Ron Rivera hates Dwayne Haskins that much where he started broking Kyle Allen. And you know it's true. It's true.
He told Dwayne Haskins, "You're black, but you're not like Cam Newton. You can't play for me."
You know what? Toby says DC would be a miracle if they could figure out anything in that city. Listen, we're talking about the same city where John Wall last year, a year and a half ago, got injured, and at home recovering from an injury, suffered another injury on the same foot. It hasn't been seen in the NBA since. We're in that. We're in a city of some dude named Davis Bertans is the best player on the damn Washington Wizards, or probably the best player. Huh?
Well, Bradley Beal's good.
No, he's gonna be gone. What? They're gonna trade him. So remember that next year, Davis Bertans is going to be the best player in Washington because currently the football team is trash. Who plays for the Nationals? Isn't that one dude? No, what's that one dude? Everybody paid a bunch of money for to have on their team.
Strasburg or the dude with the two eyes?
The dude with the two eyes.
The pitcher. I can't remember his name.
Me neither, but apparently he's not even the best player. Davis Bertans is going to be the best player in Washington. That's just what it is. And that's how bad it is that we don't even want to talk about the game, that we're talking about how bad DC is as a whole.
All right, so next up we have, if you watch this game, then you might have been reminded 5,000 times that the Patriots only had 2 days of practice as the Denver Broncos went into Foxborough and barely beat the 2 days of practice that the New England Patriots had. 2 players coming off the COVID list, 18-12. The Patriots defense continues to shut people out of the end zone, but N'Keal Harry might be one of the worst route runners in the NFL.
N'Keal Harry frustrates me.
On that 4th down play, he slipped when Cam Newton had him wide open.
N'Keal Harry frustrates me so much because he's so talented. And yet, since coming to the NFL, he has shown a lack of said talent. He shows flashes. Yeah, he shows flashes. Flashes like that. Flashes.
So when me and John play Madden, we call N'Keal Harry Thwomp Thwomp because he'll have the ball in his hand, just drop it for no fucking reason.
He's last year's Nelson Aguilar. That's what he is. It's just a horrible person overall. What else do we got? This is just it was Cam Newton looked okay. He struggled. He had 2 picks in the game.
2 picks that were not his fault. They were both tipped.
Yeah. So in 2 days of practice, if the Patriots can perform,
Cam only had 1 day. The team only had 2.
This is already as bad as it is. Let's see. Hey, do you think which is the best football player in the world? Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe, Lewandowski, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, the only problem with all that is, and I'm going to be dead honest with you because this is the NFL show, American football show. So, I couldn't even tell you who's the best.
I only know who Messi and Ronaldo are, so they're my 2 picks.
I know who Neymar is. Neymar is really, really good.
But I'm going to say Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo, yeah. Probably. I would say it.
Right. So next up we have the game that, because they were up by so much, the rookie quarterback got to play a little bit, and now he's a starter. Ryan Fitzpatrick is forced in the MVP voting right now, and he's being benched for Tua Tagovailoa. I do not agree with it. I am not a Dolphins fan. And I know Mr. Black here don't like the Dolphins after what they did to his 49ers last week.
You really have to ask yourself, Fitzpatrick has done everything that you asked of him. Has he made a couple boneheaded plays? Yes. But for the most part, he's probably the only reason why you're actually winning games.
But didn't I tell you, before the 49ers game, you're going to get 3 things out of Ryan Fitzpatrick. 303 interceptions, 403 touchdowns, or 504 touchdowns and 1 pick. That's what you're going to get out of Fitzpatrick every game.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, like I said, he's done everything that the team has asked for him. He's performed well, led the teams to some victories that they shouldn't have probably even had at all. And we're just gonna bench him, put him to and the next game Tua plays is against the Rams.
Yeah, against Aaron Donald, who is going to be targeting this young man who has a bad hip. Let's not forget that. Okay. I mean, the first after it happened, Ryan Fitzpatrick was happy for the kid. He's like, yeah, I'm happy. But then Ryan Fitzpatrick went on a radio show today and actually told us his true feelings, that he felt heartbroken and that he felt this was his team. He did not think that he was going to get replaced this quick.
Oh, because I don't think they really should have replaced him, especially with the AFCs. Well, the AFC as a whole being wide open in the wild card spot. That's the type of move that says, maybe we don't want to win. I kind of feel like that. He said, has the MLS league become more popular than it was 10 years ago in the United States? I heard it's more popular than ice hockey and even baseball. What do you think? So the honest opinion about that, I guess since I'll answer that question. So the answer is yes, as far as was it more popular. More popular than hockey?
Hockey's on an upkick right now, so.
Yeah, because Vegas is in the building and a potential Seattle franchise, that has breathed new life into hockey, especially Vegas. Vegas has made hockey something special. Baseball still it's nowhere near popular than baseball. Baseball's still America's sport. But hockey has found a place in Americans' hearts. So there you go. There's your answer to that one.
All right. So next up, we got the mollywhopping of the Green Bay Packers. So going into this game, the Packers were the hot shit. And it's because they haven't played anybody. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came in there and bitch slapped the Green Bay Packers this week.
Ronald Jones III had a monster game. Okay, well, my bad. There is a Seattle franchise, but they haven't showed up yet. We don't even know the name of the Seattle.
No, next year.
Yeah. So, Ronald Jones, they basically said, you know what? We're going to take the 49ers playbook and run with it. To give it to the tight end, give it to the running backs, and that's the game.
Yeah,
that's it.
Gronk had his best game back into the NFL this week.
Well, they're vulnerable. I did not think in a million freaking years that they would do that. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that the Packers would have gave up the ghost like that so fast?
The thing is, everybody's so concentrated on Tampa Bay's offense, they're not realizing they're the number 3 defense in the NFL, number 2 against the pass, number 3 against the run.
Well, I mean, no, you are absolutely 100% right about that. Everybody forgets about that because they forget about that last year they were a top 5 defensive team. It's just everybody was paying attention to Jameis Winston throwing 30 touchdowns and 30 picks.
Tampa Bay look good. They look like they're going to be a playoff team. I don't know how far they'll go, but Gronk, for the first time this season, Gronk has looked like Gronk.
Yeah. Gronk Kizzle for Shizzle Dizzle, my nizzle.
Speaking of another very highly talented tight end, this young man got the praise that not many get. But Bill Belichick said George Kittle is better than any tight end that he has ever coached. Now, is that throwing Rob Gronkowski under the bus?
No, because I feel that George Kittle is a very complete tight end. I think he's more complete than Rob. And I know that's probably going to offend some of the Patriots faithful as yourself, sir. But keep in mind that Rob Gronkowski, to me, is one of the best receiving tight ends in the NFL. While, yes, he can block.
But in New England, he used to block, and he used to love blocking.
He did, but he was a better receiver than he was a blocker, okay? We've seen the George Kittle highlights from the last 3 years. What have we noticed about George Kittle? George Kittle does everything right. George Kittle's involved in every play all the way up until the end of the play. George Kittle, he runs his routes perfectly. He doesn't have to improvise. He's just that big, that strong, that physical, that mental, to where he outsmarts people, he outsmarts linemen, he outsmarts defensive backs. There's nobody that can go one-on-one with George Kittle and win. Same as Rob Gronkowski, but I think even more so with Kittle because he's got everything like Megatron has. Like, if you take Rob Gronkowski and then the physical acumen of Megatron, you'd have George Kittle. Because he's just that fast, he's that big, he's that strong, he's that dominant.
No, I appreciate the fuck out of George Kittle. Trust me, I do.
I just think it's a sucker play. I think what you call is filling his head with that BS, like he's known to do. Every time Bill Belichick praises somebody, they end up getting triple teamed
and shut down the next game. So you trying to say when Belichick does that is his showing his hand a little bit? Like, hi, here's your best target. Hi, this is who we're taking out of the game.
We're doing a triple quadruple zone on your best target.
We're going to have Stephon Gilmore on George Kittle the whole game. That's what this is.
That's going to be interesting because, yes. Okay.
So the 49ers mollywop the LA Rams, and nobody saw this coming.
Not even me. I was just like, how are we going to win this game without any defensive backs? That's literally how I thought this game was going. Like, how are we going to pull this off with no defensive back? But Justin Verrett apparently decided he wanted to shut down everyone.
Hi, I want to play now. I know I was hurt the last year and a half, but I want to play.
And there's flashes of Verrett. You know what's messed up? Is that Verrett played at the beginning of last season when I forget who was hurt. Like, I guess Oboy was hurt. And then they benched Verrett, put in the other dude, and the other dude was trash. But when they put back in Verrett got hurt. So then they had to go back with the trash corner, and that's the corner that got exposed in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Richard Sherman.
No, the other one.
Oh, Tart?
Yeah, Tart. There you go. That's who it was. Tart got exposed like really bad.
So the 49ers got back to their winning ways this week in a dominant fashion. Next up, we have the Bills have now dropped 2 games in a row. They lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, who are coming off a loss against the Las Vegas Raiders.
I thought the Bills were going to be able to pull off the victory, and they almost sort of.
Stephon Diggs kind of gave up on them.
Everybody's talking about one. That's the highlight of the year right there. That's yikes. How do you justify that one if you're Stephon Diggs? I just say just shut up and just move on, I guess. But it's all bad. I just was like,
yeah. So, and this was the reason not many teams went after Stephon Diggs, is because he has these moments at least once or twice a year.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't do that, especially when you have a chance to beat the best team in the NFL or the Super Bowl champions, which are the self-proclaimed best team in the NFL.
Now, after what the Raiders did to them, that knocked them down a few pegs, in my opinion.
I mean, you're not wrong, but they're still the defending champs. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. And they had an opportunity to beat the man, and they didn't. So,
all right, and the last game on the Week 6 docket was another mollywhopping. The Arizona Cardinals made the Dallas Cowboy fans regret even showing up to the game.
That was an ass whooping of epic proportions. How do you fumble twice in a game?
Apparently somebody made a meme of Zeke Elliott, replaced his tattoo that says food on his gut, and now says fumble.
He caught Kajana Carter disease is what happened. He caught that Kajana Carter virus.
He caught Kajana that fumbleitis, baby. He caught that fumbleitis. Kyler Murray continues to do good things.
Yes, very much so.
I know there's a lot of people who don't like him. I call him a midget, but I got to respect the man's talent. The dude can ball.
No doubt. Listen, Kyler Murray is a special type of person, a special type of special type of player, and that's kind of what you got to look at. I like Kyler Murray. I think he's pretty awesome. Hold on, give me a second. Who the hell? Somebody in my shit, nigga? Somebody's in my shit.
But okay, so there's
Okay,
not
go
very
ahead. I'm
much to
sorry.
talk about this game. The Cardinals dominated.
Yes.
We continue to see Cliff Kingsbury college offense is transitioning a little good, well, to the NFL game.
Well, which is always good though. So listen, I look at it like this, okay? The Cardinals came into Dallas, stomped out that ass, left, took names, fucked bitches, slapped tricks, got whores, got money, all that jazz.
They said,
And didn't think twice.
money, yeah,
Yeah.
money, yeah.
And didn't think twice about it either. That's the best part about it. They just dominated, left, was gone, and that's it. Can you really ask for anything else? I mean, unfortunately, the Cowboys got problems. They might if they only have won one game, I said they might win the division with a 1-15 record, but you know that can't happen, of course. So,
Yeah. So that was week 6, and we got to pick tomorrow night's game. And as I told James before we went on the air, I heard the funniest commercial in the world about this game tomorrow. It said, "Witness the epic showdown of NFC East powerhouses, the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles." I'm like, hold on, this whole division has like one win. Fuck you talking about powerhouses?
the NFC East is the NFC South of 5 years ago. Prove me wrong.
I can't. I think this is going to be the lowest rated Thursday night football game in history.
I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it unless. Well, you never know. It's always entertaining to watch a car crash happen. So I mean, they have that going for them, right?
So we have to pick a winner here.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Who are my choices again?
The Giants or the Eagles?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure it's not annoying douche versus turd sandwich? Is that not the two choices?
It's faux Super Bowl champions versus a team that misses their Down syndrome quarterback.
Who's at home?
The Eagles.
Oh God, that's even worse. Because just as bad as trying to win in New York because of the damn turf.
Well, the funny thing about the Eagles is the crowd, the guy who controls the crowd noise, booed Carson Wentz off the field a couple weeks ago. No fans in the crowd, but you're still getting booed, and you're at home.
God damn, Philadelphia savage as fuck.
I'm just going to go with a better complete team, and that's the Eagles in this case.
I guess the Eagles. Like, I don't want to, but I really don't want to pick the Giants either. I just Brian said he would rather watch fat grannies take showers than watch that fucking game. You know, there is a section in Pornhub for that. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why I know that. But anyways.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back Saturday with our rest of our Week 7 rundown. Thank you for joining us here on Sinful Black Sports in that damn NFL show. We are out this bitch. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot something. If you're on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell. We got reaction videos come out every day. Sports shit here and there, twice a week sometimes. If you're on Facebook, we love you guys on Sinful Black Sports. You guys have been supporting us, doing the damn thing over there. So,
yes, he's confused about what I said with the section in Pornhub, probably.
Yeah. So anyway, my name is Big Sin. That man over there who watches grannies take showers on Pornhub is Hollywood J. Black.
No.
This has been Overtime Sports. This has been the NFL Fallout Week 6. And we are out this bitch. Deuces.